YouTube beauties and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to do a very exciting makeup tutorial. I know it is a little early for Christmas Eve, but I wanted to do a Christmas Eve inspired makeup tutorial. As you can see, we have the bright red lips, the really smoky, icy eyes. I normally don't do makeup tutorials that are themed around a holiday necessarily, so I was excited to do this one. I was kind of inspired by the icy and the red lips. So yeah, if you are interested in seeing how I got to this makeup eve, if you're excited to see this Christmas Eve makeup tutorial and how I got this look, then just keep watching. Okay, so I have my hair back and I think today I am going to start with my eyes just because I know that this is going to be a glittery look. So I don't think I want to do my face makeup first. I'm going to prime my eyes with the Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion. This is the original one, and I need to get a new one because I am running out as we speak. I'm very excited because we are trying some new things today and also using some old things. I'm going to go ahead and set that primer. I'm going to use the Zoeva Cocoa Blend palette. So I'm going to set my base with this shade in the Zoeva Cocoa Blend palette. It is called Bitter Start. I love this palette. I don't know what's going on here. I never get dry patches, so I don't know what's happening here. So I'm going to go for a dark, smoky, but also very icy look today. It's kind of inspired by the changing weather of wintertime. I'm going to be using a couple different palettes in this tutorial, so just use whatever you have at home. I'm going to take this Tartelette in Bloom palette and go in with Smarty Pants right here, just as a crease shade. You don't want to go too harsh with your initial crease shade. Then I'm going to go in with the Zoeva Cocoa Blend palette again, and I'm going to put Substitute for Love in my crease shade again, but a little lower. Now with smoky looks, you want to build it up. I'm not always the best at this because I am impatient. But if you're going to do a smoky eye, you need some time because it takes a lot of blending to make it look good. Next, I'm going to take this really dark shade right here called Freshly Toasted and start working that in my outer V. But I just want to be so careful because it does have a lot of pigment in it. And I'm going to take this brush right here. It's the MAC 217. You want to be really careful with just building up really deep colors because deep colors can be very pigmented and you don't want to go too fast with the pigment. You want to go back and forth with the blending to make sure that it looks good at every step. I think I have the amount of brown I want. So what I'm going to do is go in with this black shade. It's called Beans Are White, which they're not, but whatever. That's the name of the shadow. And I'm going to take a little bit more of a denser brush. Let's see. Let's try this brush. It's a Real Techniques shading brush. And I'm going to start building that up in my outer V. I don't know how pigmented this is. It's actually not that pigmented, so that's good. In case, like if you're a beginner at using black, try and get a shade that is not super pigmented. That way you can build it up as you go. I'm going to go back in and just use some of the other shades that we have been using from this palette, these two, to blend out that black. Okay, now that that's done, the exciting part is happening. I think I'm going to take this shade from the L'Oreal Infallible eyeshadows, and this is Iced Latte. I'm going to take it on my finger. These are so creamy and so metallic. And just start putting this in the inner part of my eye. Oh yeah, this is totally what I was going for. Just blend it over into the black a little bit. We can go back in and fix it later. I find that the best way to use these colors is with your finger. At this point, I'm going to go back in just a little with the brown, just to be able to blend the transition between the eyeshadow that I just put on and the one that I have on already. Doing a smoky eye is all about blending, blending, and blending, and then reapplying eyeshadow and blending. I think I am going to line my eyes. I'm going pretty bold. I don't know if you can tell. Then I'm going to go back in one last time and blend the edges, just to make sure it's all seamless. All right, I guess I have to go get a makeup wipe. Or I don't. Or I try with one of these. Oh, I'm going to try with this guy. These two separate ones? No. No, I'm going to have to get a makeup wipe. Okay, I'll be right back. I think I'm going to line my lash line with some Kat Von D liner. I'm going to keep it somewhat, sorry if this is in the shot. I'm going to try and keep it thin. All right, so let's try and ignore the pounding of the chicken that's happening. So I'm going to just take a makeup wipe and clean up the edges a little bit. I really like how the eye makeup turned out. So now let's focus on the face. I'm gonna try out this, oh, what's this called? First Aid Beauty Coconut Skin Smoothie Priming Moisturizer. I've never tried this before, and I'm eager to see how it does. It smells like coconut. I don't really know what this claims to do, but so far it's looking kind of moisturizing and glowy. It says for sensitive skin. Okay, so it's probably an illuminating primer, but that's fine. Oh, the primer feels really nice so far, and it actually smells really good, so I'm a fan of that. I'm gonna go in with an oldie but a goodie, the Fiona Styles Matte Finish Foundation. I love this foundation. It's a real contender for wedding day makeup. My face is looking pretty dewy right now. Don't know how this is going to last on my skin because I am oily. Alright, I don't know how I feel about this primer. I feel like it's lessening the coverage of this foundation. I always forget to cover up this little freckle right here. That's so interesting. I feel like this foundation has less coverage because of the primer, and it's very dewy. Guess I should have checked the claims of the the primer before I put it on. I'm gonna go in with some concealer. I don't know yet which one. I'm gonna do the Maybelline Fit Me. I'm in the shade Light. For some reason, Light looks lighter to me than Fair in the store. Just be very careful going up to the line of your eyeshadow. You can always go in and blend again. Now I'm going to set everything with the Laura Mercier powder. This concealer looks so nice set. I'm going to set the rest of my face as well. I think I'm going to do my eyebrows because I'm tired of looking at them not done. I'm going to take the Anastasia Brow Dip Brow. I've been really enjoying this lately. And I accidentally cut my brow too short right here, so that's why I have that major dip in my brow. And no, I'm not proud of it. I have a feeling this dip brow is going to last me forever because I always only take such a small amount. Like, I've had this for a month and I've only barely used it. Next, I'm going to go in with some bronzer. I'm going to use this NARS Stephen Klein One Shocking Moment palette. I think this was a holiday palette 1 or 2 years ago. Maybe 3. Oh, I don't know. It's been a while. So this is what the palette looks like. And I'm going to take this shade right here. I think this is Laguna. With bronzer, you always want to coat your temples as well, just so it evens out the bronzer on your face. Some people also like to go like on their neck right here. I do that sometimes when my foundation is too dark and doesn't match my neck. And I'm actually going to take one of the blushes in here also. I might do this one. I think this is Dolce Vita. And for highlight, I want to do something frosty to match my eyes. So I don't know whether I should do the NYX Illuminator in Ritualistic, because this is very icy, or the Laura Mercier highlight in 01. Let's try the NYX one first. See how I like it. Because I know the Laura Mercier one is a little subtle, and I think I want strong. Then let's move on to, I gotta get this off, this is driving me crazy. Then let's go back to eyes. I'm going to go back into the Zoeva Cocoa Blend palette and take the same shades that we did in the outer V of my crease and go on the lower lash line. So I'm going to take this one and then add a little bit of this and then end in the very corner with this shade. So I'm going to take the lightest one out here. Then I'm going to take the medium one, go in the middle of my eye, then take the darkest one at the edge. And I'm going to blend it out a little bit. So then I'm going to put mascara on my lashes, so I will be right back. I'm going to put a black liner on my lower lash line. I'm going to use the Smashbox Always On Gel Liner in Fishnet. It's just the black one. Watching people do this on camera always freaks me out. So I'm sorry that you have to see me do this on camera. Alright, and I'm going to put some mascara on my lower lashes as well. So the eyes and the face are done. I am going to apply some red lipstick because what's New Year's Eve without some red lipstick? And I'm going back and forth between the Bite Beauty Amuse Bouge lipstick in Gazpacho, the Marc Jacobs something Sur Rouge Le Marc lipstick. I don't know what this is called. And then the last one that I have disappeared. It's the Bite Beauty Luminous Cream Lipstick in Mimosa. I think I'm going to do the Amuse Bouge because I've never tried this and I really want to try it. When I wear reds, I don't put a lip liner on, and I should because I do notice some fading throughout the evening. This is a really nice, like, warm red. And you know what's good about red lipstick is that when you're drinking red wine, your lips don't get stained from the red wine because you just have red lipstick on. This came off a lot brighter than I thought it was going to. I need to work on my application skills. I'm going to go just put my lips a little bit on a piece of napkin and I'll be right back. Okay guys, so this is the finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed this Christmas Eve makeup tutorial. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up if you did enjoy it. I am on Instagram and Twitter, so if you're interested, you can follow me there. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave so you don't miss out on my future videos. Hope you have a great Christmas Eve and holiday season all around, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye!